From a very young age, Emma had always been fascinated by the idea of healing others. Growing up in a small town, she often visited the local clinic with her mother, where she watched doctors care for people with kindness and calmness. The way they brought relief to patients and hope to worried families touched her deeply. She would return home, take her toy stethoscope, and pretend to check her dolls. One day, she often said to her parents with a confident smile, "I'll become a real doctor." Emma's passion for medicine grew stronger as she got older. While others dreamed of fame, money, or adventure, her heart was set on helping those in pain. Her curiosity about how the human body worked drove her to spend hours reading medical articles and watching documentaries. She loved understanding how doctors could use their knowledge to save lives and change destinies. Her parents supported her quietly, proud of the determination that glowed in their daughter's eyes. But the path toward her dream wasn't simple. Emma faced many challenges that tested her patience and spirit. She often felt overwhelmed by the amount of learning and practice required to enter the medical field. At times, self-doubt crept into her mind, whispering that her dream was too big. During one such moment of discouragement, her father told her gently, "Dreams worth having are never easy. The harder the road, the greater the reward." Those words became her strength whenever she faced obstacles. Emma began dedicating long hours to her preparation. She spent countless nights reading, researching, and understanding the intricate science behind medicine. Her focus was unwavering. She believed that every bit of effort brought her closer to the day she would wear the white coat and serve humanity. Slowly, her persistence began to pay off. Her knowledge deepened, her confidence grew, and she gained opportunities to assist professionals in real clinics, observing surgeries and patient care firsthand. The first time she stepped into a hospital as a trainee, she felt both nervous and thrilled. The atmosphere was intense. The sounds of heart monitors, the swift footsteps of nurses, and the calm voices of experienced doctors filled the air. When she witnessed a child being treated successfully after a severe asthma attack, her heart swelled with joy. She realized that healing someone was more than just a profession. It was a calling. Years of effort, sleepless nights, and sacrifice finally led Emma to the moment she had always dreamed of. She completed her medical training and received her doctor's license. When she held her certificate in her hands, tears welled up in her eyes. Her parents stood beside her, proud and emotional. Emma had fulfilled the promise she made to herself as a little girl. As Dr. Emma Thompson, she was no longer just a dreamer. She was a healer. She understood that her journey was not only about success, but also about compassion, strength, and service. Every patient she would treat in the future would remind her of how far she had come and why she had chosen this path to make a difference, one life at a time. Dr. Emma Thompson began her new life at the city hospital with a heart full of hope and determination. The corridors were filled with urgency, the steady beeping of machines, the quiet prayers of families, and the calm voices of experienced doctors. It was a world where every second mattered and every decision carried weight. Emma knew she had stepped into a place where dreams met reality, and she was ready to give her best. Her early days were exhausting. She worked long hours, often skipping meals and sleep. There were nights when her body ached and her eyes burned from fatigue, yet she refused to give up. Each patient who recovered reminded her why she had chosen this demanding path. Her compassion became her strength. Whether it was holding an elderly patient's hand or comforting a frightened child, Emma treated everyone with the same kindness and respect. One day, an ambulance arrived with a young man who had been in a severe accident. His pulse was weak and the situation was critical. Emma and her team rushed to stabilize him. Every minute felt like an hour as she gave instructions and made quick decisions. After a tense struggle, they managed to save him. When the patient's mother clasped Emma's hands and whispered, "You saved my son," tears filled Emma's eyes. That moment reminded her that medicine wasn't just about treatment. It was about humanity, courage, and connection. Weeks passed, and Emma became one of the most trusted doctors in her department. Her patients admired her empathy. Her colleagues respected her dedication. She listened carefully, explained procedures patiently, and ensured that every person who came to her care felt seen and valued. But success also came with sacrifice. She often missed family dinners, celebrations, and weekends. Sometimes she would return home to silence, too tired to even change clothes before falling asleep. Yet, deep inside, she carried a quiet peace, the peace that comes from knowing she was doing something meaningful. One evening, while reviewing patient reports, Emma came across a name she recognized: Lily, a young girl she had treated years ago for a severe asthma attack. Now grown, Lily had come back for a regular checkup. When Emma entered the room, Lily smiled and said, "I remember you. You saved my life when I was little. Because of you, I want to become a doctor someday." Emma felt her heart swell with pride and emotion. That simple sentence was worth all the years of struggle and sleepless nights. As time went on, Emma began mentoring new doctors. She taught them not only medical skills but also compassion, reminding them that healing required both science and heart. Her story became an inspiration to many, proof that perseverance and kindness could create miracles. Late one night, after a long shift, Emma stood by the hospital window watching the city lights flicker in the distance. The world outside was quiet, but inside, life pulsed with hope and courage. She smiled softly, knowing her journey was far from over. There would always be more patients to treat, more lives to touch, and more lessons to learn. Dr. Emma Thompson had fulfilled her dream, but her true reward was the difference she made every single day, one heartbeat at a time.